Hey guys, Charlatan here. I'm going to just jump right into it. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to make a beat like this. Using AI. Okay, so that's a bit clickbaity. We're going to be using this new free AI tool that recreates synth patches, or any sound really, in Vital. It's really cool. MicroMusic, I think it's called. I'll link it in the description. Let's jump right into it. So first things first, I'll show you guys how I got the audio sample that I made the synth out of. I have IXC999 by White Ring right here, because that's the type of beat we're making today. You just go here and press, oh, it doesn't show it on the screen. The little window says extract stems from sample. That is new with the FL 21 point something beta. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do that, and then we're going to extract those. I'll be back when they're extracted. All right, so we have our stems extracted. I'll just go ahead and delete the initial. You know, it's a pretty good stem splitter. But of course, what we're interested in is the bass. In this case, you do want to actually include the instruments because sometimes the splitter is not perfect. All right, so all you need is a 4-bar loop. Actually, I think I did 8 bars for this one, but I don't think it matters. I also don't think it needs to loop perfectly. So honestly, from here, I just went ahead and exported it so I could get the isolated bass sample. So here's the isolated bass sample. It needs to be a WAV file. That is very important, otherwise MicroMusic will not be able to use it. So this is where the magic happens. I set it to 1.1 beta, and I make it give me 10 choices, but you can really do whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and put our sample into MicroMusic and see what it gives us. All right, so the best part about this is that it is completely free. MicroMusic is free, and Vital, the VST that it will work with, is also free. As you can see, you have all of the basses that I just made here. We're going to go ahead and click through them. That one's not bad. That one's also pretty good. Doesn't sound too much like the original, but it's a good bass. That's pretty similar to the one that I end up using, which is this. I actually think that that might be the exact same. All right, now let's get into the real reason why you guys are here, to learn how to make a White Ring beat. Started off nice and simple with the bass that we're going to use. The effects that I used are this awesome new plugin called Hyperchorus. It just kind of appeared in my plugins one day. It's by ImageLine. I love it. I also used the filter because the bass in IXC999 is kind of muffled, and then a limiter, of course, to sidechain it. Here's what it sounds like with all of the effects. Next is another AI-generated synth that I'm using. It's from a Crimes song. I don't think it ended up sounding too much like the song, but it still made a really cool synth. Here it is without any effects. For the effects, I used another instance of Hyperchorus, but this time I used Valhalla Supermassive, which is my favorite reverb plugin by far. It is awesome, and there's a lot of capability with it. I also have a delay after the limiter because I like it when the kind of dips repeat themselves. It's just a little personal preference of mine. And then, of course, a EQ so I can take out the lows. And here's what it sounds like with the effects. Now, funnily enough, the song that's inspiring this beat, IXC999, doesn't appear to really have anything besides the drums and the bass. That's why I'm just adding a little melody so it sounds a little different. We're going to move on to the drums now, which is probably the most important part of the White Ring sound, aside from the general haziness. We'll go ahead and start with the hats. I'm going to leave all of the effects on these because all of them, except for the kick, just have reverb. The kick has a compressor on it. Nothing too crazy. White Ring likes really nice, simple, carrying drum patterns. Here are the snares and perks. Now this is incredibly important for the White Ring sound, especially Black Earth That Made Me, their earlier stuff. You need an 808, which is not always very fun to mix. I lucked out. I didn't have to do too much work mixing it with this beat, but sometimes you'll have to. Here's what the kick and the 808 sound like together. Before we move on to mixing and other stuff, the kick should ideally be pretty subtle, and the 808 should be compressed and probably sidechained to the bass if that's what your beat needs. This is accidentally becoming just a semi-review slash shout-out video because this is another thing that I got from a YouTuber. Unfortunately, this one does cost money, and it's by Lil Gunner, apparently. I couldn't remember who it was. Really good, quick master plugin. It's definitely not what you want to use for professional mixes and stuff, but it's good for quick little mixes and for getting ideas out. Here's what it sounds like with this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just going to give a quick little message to my subscribers, so feel free to click off the video at this point. But I know we've had computer issues in the past, and we won't have that anymore, because I built a really good music PC. Unfortunately, that means that there's going to be no camera for a while, but I will be getting one. And yeah, just in general, thank you guys for sticking with me. I know my uploading isn't the most consistent, but I upload when I can. Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your days.